We are doing some back-to-back recordings, and this is the directly recorded after the last episode for those on YouTube. Uh, so for your question, Ranger, uh, at least another hour and a half at most before we call stream for today. Well, yeah, pretty much. To be perfectly honest, if I believe you're the brother what I'm closest to, because I thought you were still at work. To be brutally honest, I thought you'd still be at work, so I decided to stream. Well, again, that's what I said. I thought you would still be at work. Ooh, fair. I mean, we can still do that. It's just got to do one more episode. Fair. But again, it's one of those things of I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that because when you go to work, it's very much of let's see randomly when he'll get off. Yeah. Uh, I know. I know the back pain feel. I know the back pain feel so overly well. Too well, some would say.
The ruling classes have
If anybody in
declared
chat or on
themselves
the YouTube wants to
corrupted,
know,
as they are
I
unfit to
have
govern.
this leg disability, but
Failure to comply
could
will
permanently
lead to an
get
organized rebellion
me
next
wheelchair
time.
bound for the rest of my life.
Acquiescence at this stage would lead to
This is
further
fun
demise.
facts
Where
with
exactly
me.
will you draw the line?
Um, and how it you traditionally causes the person to be wheelchair bound for the rest of their life. From my knowledge of what the experts told me about it is it's your foot muscles are torquing your knees muscles, what's torquing your hips muscles, what is causing torque and overpressurize when you're standing and sitting on your spinal cord, causing minor spinal fractures in the spinal column and in the discs in the spine. Not very pleasant. Very, very painful. Please tell me I can. Oh, I get these guys. Ooh. Ooh, new unit. Other than the cavalry, new unit. That's gonna be fun. You guys can probably start marching to this settlement. This army just has to stay here to try to pacify the land for right now. I'm going to destroy that building. Ooh, we got a spy. Sweet! Let's spy. This place should be alright to be taxed for their 80 ducats they will be giving me. Are we taxing you? Yes, we will. Oh wait, no, you were supposed to go that way. Fudge. This garrison should very easily hold those guys off. It's one of these turns. It's one of the iconic Empire Total War turns with the Ottomans, where they move every 2 full stacks, 1 division at a time. Oh, that's okay.
Rebellions grow in strength over time, the more they're left unchecked. Always
Yes.
act quickly in these instances, otherwise the uprising may capture a region.
It is a wonderful issue. It is extremely. So these rebels. Here and there, and yeah. Okay. These are those 6 pounders. I recruited the wrong cannons. I recruited more 6-pounders. Fudge. Well, put some more Russians. I can have room for 1 more unit. What shall be another Russian? So many Russians. That's the pike unit. But our official proper army has showed up in theater. 2 Royal Swedish Grenadiers. And all these specialty divisions, what I've never used before. Plus my Royal top hat wearing dude was at a church. This will cut trade fully off from the southern lands, because this is their only trade port, so that's good. They're realizing the danger they're in down south. That's also good. They also stop piracy. Being bloody little pirates. And rebels take that side. Nope, no, because probably
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port
You're gonna
will help
hold.
the population grow. A trade port will
You
provide
are
an
gonna
income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
get some units. Where? Oh, this place finally grew. I'm gonna put a merchantman. Don't know if there's an actual trade route, but I'm gonna put a merchantman there. Merchant fleet. What's in that settlement? Oh, a stat organ gun. I saw that. You are going to go back across the border real quick. I think you're going to go help them. And then you guys are just going to sit here. We'll have to sell out to push them back. Actually, now we words. Brain. Begin and just stutter. Actually, go to the 13 colonies. Hello, 13 colonies. It's your boy, Sweden. Wanting to sell you stuff for 2,000 ducats. We could get trade right now, so these guys don't. Or we'll get trade with them. That is the French colonies. Yeah. Trade from England. They don't want trade. Get a land route. Just run through our options. Some dude in Italy. Oh. Oh, this is one of those nations that can randomly spawn if they win the rebellion. You are allies to the Ottomans. Won't trade with them. That's cool. So that's who has that. Random nobody nation just spawns because they're nobody. Now I could possibly peace out with the Ottomans once I take a few more settlements. But I don't know. I don't know if I should or not peace out with the Ottoman Empire. Oh. Well, there goes 90% of my income. Oh. There goes 90% of my income because that is enough. That's my only trade node, and it's my best trade node.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
Can I make it new? Alright. Let's try to do some sneaky moves. Siege them. Hit them. Win the auto-resolve there, luckily. Repair that. Hit them. Win the auto-resolve there, luckily. Would be nice to take this. Hey, I don't want to lose that fleet, Ottoman Empire. Do you think we could peace? Peace. Thank God. I do not want to lose that trade node. That is my only real trade I have. We can send this navy back up. Oh. For the simplicities, we chose to peace out with the Ottoman Empire because we realized that if we didn't, the war would be way too costly, and we convinced the Ottomans that no more bloodshed shall be between us. We should focus on the real enemy, the true enemy. The nations would have benefited from us kicking each other's asses. The British. Now, I do have this army down here because I know for a fact that piece is not good with us. But I'm hoping it does. It will last us long enough for me to get some more infantry. But I gotta wait 5 turns for better infantry. So once we're at peace, we're making an even balance of war. We can now tax you for the extra 200. We could probably move you out. Yeah. Let's build it. And I do know this peace between the Ottomans and me aren't really most likely not really gonna last.
Befälhavare. Det är inte möjligt, befälhavare. Era order. Framåt.
Marsch. But I will rebuild a new army somewhere. Spain. Always demanding technology. I just didn't want to lose that trade note. That trade note is literally making 90% of our income as long as we're positive currently. So no, I was not going to use that. see, what are we currently researching? We're researching. It's good. We're researching better farms. I'm gonna send this navy up here. You're going to finally fully repair that navy. That's how it upgraded. Good. Some stuff. Let's actually go and find someone who likes us quite a bit. You know what? Right. God. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more difficult. Okay, Britannia doesn't want that. Britannia doesn't want to give your get grenadiers. They fear my income that much. I would out of everything want that one. They're okay. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do. There's no way you can get. If Britain doesn't want it, will France take it? France isn't really market. So France won't even accept. Right? No, Spain. Give it to Spain. Yeah, they actually said that. Good. That will help us quite a bit. Because now, what do I need? I just need that to not naval attack. What is right there? Take 7 turns. Very good. Very, very good. That trade fleet is now off. Get some trade, do a stretch. Very intriguing. Prussia, who's Prussia's at war with? Oh, that is huge. I just saw that army. Ooh.
Right. Rioting has broken out in this region as the lower orders have become too unhappy. You must either appease
Major
the
plans.
rioters by lowering
Grand
prices,
Army.
or send in the troops to put them down. Whatever you do, act
Makes
quickly before
sense.
the riot becomes a rebellion.
Alright.
Slå läger!
More infantry is moving to the front lines. Yeah. Kind of hoping the Ottomans would lose one more fight and then I can swoop in and take it.
Rebellions grow in strength over time, the more they're left unchecked. Always act quickly in these instances, otherwise the uprising may capture a region.
Those Ottomans, those are Ottomans. Our armies are roughly in the right positions for a major attack against the Ottomans again. Even though our navy's weak. Hypothetically, if I move my main navy into that season to defend that trade,
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas
and
trade.
all these notes
A
are
naval
taken.
port allows the construction
We'll just
of
wait
warships.
until that one ship. We will send this navy here.
Framåt! Segrars! Segern är vår! Era order! Framåt! Marsch! Befälhavare! Gör dem! Seger! Ja?
I think instead of going for Britannia, we will, just for Moraline's right this instance, focus on conquering. They are a very big threat right now.
Slå läger!
We did secure some summer homes though in Asia, in India, as well as Middle East. The Ottomans are gathering. mustering on our borders and you're mustering on theirs.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
Again, the main reason why this is so valuable is 3,800. Now, one of the main scary things about Ottoman ships, if anybody doesn't know, I don't really want to fight the Empire Navy, is they have Greek fire. They have the ability of Greek fire.
Era order.
And I know quite a bit about Greek fire to a certain enough, and I know enough about Greek fire to know you don't want to really mess with that stuff when you have wooden hull ships. Alright, we got normal cannons. We need some more infantry. You know what? Since it's going to be a while, let's get some Swedish Marines. What happened to there? Let's get some more Russians. That'd be 4. We have
Ja, befälhavare.
this army is going to be start filled out. Can we actually get it out? Yes, we can.
Ja,
Brilliant.
marsch. Några fler order.
You guys are slightly starved. But that's fair. Actually might change their port out for a fishery because their starvation. Because those people, those poor civilians are starving. Did our navy move? Hopefully.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade
Good
port
trade.
will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows
This
the
one
construction
is going to be straight up to fishery. So we'll not let people starve.
Redskap.
It'd just be easier if I went here and went. Yeah, did that. And whatever, I need 2 more cannons. Need 2 more cannons. But whatever it doesn't go into this army will go into the other army.
Era order. Halt! Hela herren.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region that are not currently being exploited. Development in these areas now will increase your nation's trade income later.
Skutan är slagfärdig, kapten.
Real quick, let's see who's actually trading.
Skeppsorder mottagen.
Trolls, the trolls.
Order mottagna. Lägg om kursen. Ja,
Okay.
kapten.
Okay.
Ers höghet.
Natural resources were here. First, get destroyed. Right?
Vänster om! Marsch!
Alright, so 2 of you gets moved into that army.
Era order.
This army recruits. How do you more? So we're going to get another Hollister and the 12 on. You are going to get
Redo. Inväntar order.
it's all moving.
Halt, herren!
One of the main annoying things is going to be Russia, where they have that army, but hopefully I'm able to counter it.
Era order. Vänster om! Marsch!
It's most likely going to go straight for this settlement. It's this next war happens.
Inväntar order.
It's an Ottoman Navy, and I can write already all the trade notes here are cooking. On to the next one.
Beredskap.
There's the Marine. Okay, 1 turn for those upgrade income farms. So let's just run through everything, making sure there's nothing we can increase our income with. Also nothing. Hold up, you. You are supposed to be straight. Yeah.
Halt, mannar!
You're giving it would give me that for no. Yep. Oh, we have 2 armies down here. We can swoop up, and we can quickly get garrisons on all the other sides nearby to where they're attacking. But Prussia, apparently,
There is a port
and the plan was one nation, and that plan always gets
a fishing port will help
the
your
battle
population.
plan. Always, you never plan a battle.
A naval port allows the construction of warships.
Marsch! All redo. Invänta order. Herren!
Hmm. Let's actually discuss this. I know you wanted those territories, but how about I don't give you those territories, but I give you this? By that, will be able to say something. That's better. I don't want. Yeah, the next few turns of peace.
Ja, befälhavare. Framåt! Era order! Vänster om! Marsch! Ni ber om för mycket. Befälhavare. Era order.
You're good.
Redo.
So you get yours. We're good. That'll be fine. 1 cannon for you right now will be fine.
Flottan redo. Avvakta vidare order.
You foolish Pope! Ah, sweet. There's that income. Pope just pulled his navy out. I was standing right next to the trade node, and now it's mine. I could use that, but I also could use a lot of stuff in here. So I'm just gonna do like that. Leave that alone. Where are you off to? Who were you off to? I don't remember who was supposed to get you. Let's build some more
Era order.
farms.
Era order.
Let's end the turn.
Något mer? Något mer? Hela Herren!
I did not get those guys up in the north did not move. We now have even more money coming in.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help
And
your
you know what?
population
Since these
grow.
Marines no longer have a
Provide an
thing,
income from
you guys are
overseas
going to get a
trade.
general. You guys are going to
Naval
form an
port
army to
allows the construction of
deal
warships.
traitorous Russians. Is that they're also most likely going to go and hit me again? Because they're meanies.
Beredskap. Ja,
They're a
befälhavare.
bunch of big meanies.
Allt det går inte, befälhavare. Beredskap. Mannar, framåt. Redo. Invänta order.
want you to move there.
Manöver. Ja. Framåt. Marsch.
It's your general. Sad that you lost your general. He was a really good general. One of the best. One of our best leaders.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
And I get any real cool.
Till er tjänst. Marsch. Slå läger. Era order.
Are we?
Redskap. Framåt. Marsch. Redo. Inväntar order. Era order. Ja, befälhavare.
Two. I will put two of these guys. Just because they're quick and fast.
Allt mannar.
Okay. Oh my God! The Mongols or these guys. The India has officially landed in
There is a
Europe.
port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here.
Again, the
A
drums.
port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
Dun, All right.
Redskap.
So you guys are on your way. That's two. That's you got your full stack. Very good. We are going to, before we do the battle, those forces.
Hur kan jag stå till tjänst? Jag tar skydd.
Befälhavare.
We also could use these cannons to get them faster.
Redskap. Framåt. Marsch.
Since eventually this is no longer going to be in the front, I think we'll do 4 divisions to this guy to go support his strike. You're no longer really going to be the front either. So I'm going to advance to this one.
Halt.
Guard the mountain pass!
Halt.
Oh, Spain actually kicked those Indians off the shores of Europe.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
We do have eyes on the Ottoman capital. Let's take
Befälhavare, redo. Inväntar order.
you.
Befälhavare. Befälhavare. Mannar. Ja, befälhavare.
Oh, wait, you're not. You're good.
Marsch! Marsch!
You were going to these guys. You guys were the ones going to this guy.
Ers höghet.
A handful of more turns before we declare war on the Ottoman Empire.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade.
Ja,
A naval port allows the construction of warships.
befälhavare.
Dun, dun, dun.
Era order.
Da 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 da
Den redo.
ba ba. Didn't realize that Prussia was their ally. Ah. Da na 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 na. Da na na.
För strid. Vi är belägrade. Befälhavare. Något mer? Beredskap. Låt belägringen börja. Era order. Redo. Inväntar order. Ja, befälhavare. Ni ber om för mycket.
Da na na.
Inte möjligt, befälhavare.
Salt shall commence.
Ja, hela herren.
These men and march them into the Ottoman lands. Ba ba ba. Da na. Da na na.
Inväntar order.
Da na.
Havet är segerrika! Skutan är slagfärdig, kapten.
Ba 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 ba.
Ja, kapten.
Da da da.
Leve oss!
Hopefully that was another merchantman.
Aj, aj, kapten. Flottan redo.
Four ships. Nope, nope.
Lägg
There.
om kursen. Skutan är slagfärdig, kapten.
Now you guys can return to Europe. You've secured our trade. On Africa's coast. Merchantmen. Intriguing. Hopefully they're really good at they're what they're called, merchants.
Befälhavare.
Oh, nope, didn't really expect two Ottoman fleets up there. That's alright. You guys can go to the more valuable trade node now. Ooh. Ooh. The Ottomans wants to push and hit this army. Let them try! Well, this is my top of the top. This is so far my best army, full of legendary units. Watch them get their ass handed to them, people. Da-da-da-na-na. That is the soundtrack what is playing. If anybody wants to know. A very beautiful mountain there, but an even gorgeouser mountain in our opinion. Too good of a mountain that won't actually let me deploy my troops there. So powerful. The game's like, no, we're not going to let you do that. Because that'd be unfair to the AI. Now, I am just going to stretch these out to rows of 3. Just for now. Because I'm pretty sure I have fire by... I should have fire by... No real way to get up that way. There's a way that way. So we'll have these guys here. And let's take a look at our new units. Fancy. So these are just basic reds. There's some red coats. I should actually have these grenadiers. Take a look at our elite grenadiers. Really. Just commence the battle. Get time moving. We do have enemy forces coming in. That's where the reinforcements are. So the likelihood of these guys on the mountain. What? These Swedes on the mountain getting attacked is likely. Also not really likely. What if you guys were to just go there? Cannons are firing. It's good. Because if our cannons can kill most of them before they make it to the front lines, that would be the best. Great. What did they just told to get out of here? The general, it appears. Now they're focusing on these forces. Absolutely wrecking the Ottoman cavalry. Alright, focus on the next lot of horses behind. The Ottomans do have a lot of horse. Those horses are quite skilled. So too are the cannons and their crews. Change of plans. Those guys are stupid. I hate them. Delete them, please. Those are melee soldiers. Those are archers. I'm okay if they get into a gun duel with me, as long as they don't get into a stupid melee fight. Yes, they are. They're quite fun. They have the biggest roster in Empire of what do they have? The answer, yes. That's all right. Thank you for the follow. Ooh. That's a weird graph thing these guys are floating for a second. Yes. We are playing the mod though. The mod's gonna be right now the best we got for now. Present. Yeah. That would also be nice. Another thing I could see them doing is just making a, like what they did with Oblivion. Just a remastered version of this game. What would allow it to get the workshop. Or what they did with Rome 1. The original Roman game. That would also be nice. True. True. I mean, with Feral, they did try to lean back in the more historic titles, from what I've been told. Fair. From what, again, my honest opinion is on that is I'll play I'll play Total War Warhammer. Exactly, that's my problem. And I'll be honest, the only reason, the real Total War games I really enjoy playing are the ones with the big nation world maps. And Troy and Pharaoh doesn't seem that interesting to me just because of how small the maps are. The conquest map is. Yep. Shogun, I will state, would be my only one I like of the small maps. It's just right now, for some reason, I have problems recording that game with my recording software. For some reason, OBS does not like recording Shogun for me. I was thinking about doing a Shogun campaign at one point. You guys get out of the square. Yep. If anybody wants to know, this is another fun little fact. My first Total War game was Medieval Total War 2. And it was great. My first campaign was as what are they called? The Holy Roman Empire. Ooh. Shogun 2 is a great game. I love it. It's fun. My most favorite historical fact from Shogun 2. Oh, I can't, man. They're charging me. They attacked me. I was going to offer them a peaceful surrender, but they chose to keep attacking. Plus, if you don't know, I have a YouTube channel. These streams do go up on there, and will admit, I am still a little salty about the Ottomans for our first war. And I will state that this second war is a pure war of spite because of the fact what happened last stream. It's on that video is officially on the YouTube channel. It should be. And if you want to know more lines what happened in that episode, I had two veteran armies what got their asses handed to them by peasant mob. Yes, I would also agree. Especially in this mod. But the only time I would argue with that is most likely Prussia in vanilla, because Prussia starts the game off with plug bayonets and can get ring bayonets right off the bat. Yeah. I can agree with that. The funnest part about playing the UK is, in Empire, in my honest opinion, is at a certain point you do get the one historical ship. True. as one of my friends will state, island nations do have to rely on their navy to survive. It can be difficult. They're fun. Another thing, this could be very controversial. One of the big things I would love CA to bring back in their Total Wars is unlockable nations. So you don't have to you just don't get the nations just by simply buying a DLC, but you have to unlock them through campaign. Like in Medieval Total War. Yep. Are they? What? Were those guys? Did those guys just put stakes or attempted to put stakes out? That's weird. I mean, you do you, AI. These meleeers? Those are meleeers. Fire, fire, fire. Keep firing. Whoa! Well, that was an epic shot. Counter charge. I mean, you're actually not wrong with the Empire 2 mod. Bows are quite powerful in this mod. What historically they would be for quite some time. I mean, hypothetically, the best archers in the world could fire 6 arrows, while the best gun unit in the time could fire 2 volleys. So for every 2 volleys that the muskets fire, the archers should hypothetically have fired 6 off. Yes, I agree. Reform. Square might help you. Okay, you guys can cannon the fleeing units. Just to make sure they get seed off fast. The Ottomans are breaking me over here. Also, just realized I never showed off the cavalry because these are super cavalry. So their little show. Get these guys out. Because I mean, that one melee unit slaughtered almost all my infantry. We're committed to that more fight. It's great. How goes the fight over here? Okay, more of an even match. Could use cannon support over here. Yes, yes they do. Charge them. In Empire 2, there is a fun unit for a melee unit. It's in Scotland though. And Scotland is a thing and playable in this game. They're not fully fleshed out like everyone else. Depending on who you like, what nation you like the most. All in this, I will state, in my the opinion of this game is all nations eventually equal. True. That's true. I will agree with that. But at a certain point, all nations becomes balanced. Oh, that's why. That's why we're losing the gun duel over there. They have early game. Sweden has decent naval techs, and yep. Sweden is, depending on what mods you're playing or if you're playing vanilla, Sweden's great because their early game, their whole goal is to go to war with Russia, and their units are considered better than the Russians for the early game. Russians will have more men in their units, but you have the superior firepower. Once you take the Russian economy, you can somewhat steamroll Europe. Ottomans are second because they have the most unique units in the game, to the degree of yep. Yeah, dope. They have the hardest. Who are you? More archers. Okay. Is there any more waves? Yes, there's another entire wave of Ottoman forces. Yes. You all. Reform. You're my healthiest grenadier unit. Yes. I would be playing the music if it wasn't copyright, because according to YouTube, it is considered copyrighted. I don't want to get in trouble. Well, I will also state it is quite weird that this game is considered copyrighted music. The CIA did make all their own soundtracks. Yeah. Alright. Are they really sending all their troops up that? Super annoying. Send reinforcements. Gunfire into the town. Where are my howitzers? Early. I'm quite shocked these guys are somehow trade pretty well, actually winning technically that melee against Ottoman forces. Those areas have been wrapped up. Kind of start here. Oh, I saw those arrows. Flee, you archer scum! Scary thing is, these guys are so far away, they're most likely not going to get a resupply of new units anytime soon. Because these units came straight from Stockholm. But yeah. Great. Move. Guys, focus on them. You guys control the cannons and focus on them. Yes. I agree. I will agree with that. It would have been. Japan as well. Specifically, if I had the area to cut off, it would be all the way up to Japan's western region. Only really 3 units. And then you could get to all the samurai units in Empire. At least all the samurai units. It was a very fun game to play. I do recommend that one as well. Horse archers are powerful, I mean. Quite fun. Another thing I feel like CA should add is more toggleable objects like pikes. Yep. Like these grenades, what can be thrown at the enemy. More dudes, Lena. You know what? Grenadiers, you're going to do a risky if they don't shatter. They're probably going to shatter. They shattered. All right. I want you to give a demonstration, Grenadiers. Give a demonstration of the power of the early frag grenade. Yep. Hey, gentlemen. Lob them. They're laying down perfectly. Hit them again. We really doing anything? I mean, we're terrifying them. Again! One more time. For the sake of it. Then fall back. Oh! We had a unit routed. Because our reinforcement army is coming. What is charging us this time? Oh, at least it's gunmen. That'd be alright. Ooh. Grenadiers reload their muskets. We saw them off. Breaking more units. You guys are being, cannons. I'd like it to you to focus on these guys. Grenadiers, go give them another grenade. And change plans. Grenade these guys. That'd be so much fun. Right here. But that is probably the smartest thing. But when you go to, I would say, if you want to avoid the war with France as well as Spain, because they start the game as allies, I would recommend clearing war on the Spanish colonies. That would avoid your war with France. If you wanted to do it that way. Ooh, the blood trail. I am risking these grenadiers. Alright, I'll show you for that grenade. Get out. Flee. To the city. Cannons shall focus on the next. You're the general. Actually, I don't need another general. I should just retreated you. Well, we shall charge them. Shall charge our cavalry. Are you serious? Are those archers actually outranging my guns? Well, maybe because you were set to melee. Is that why you're not firing? Because I know occasionally that is the case. Those archers actually outrange you. In Empire 2, they are a thing. They're a playable nation. They're enjoyable, from what I've been told. Them, straight into them. Cannons. These guys are holding the line. Hold, lads. Hold your mountains. I'll actually tell you to fire. There. Oh, they're not. They'd be in range. Oh, this you guys are this canister, that's why. Alright. In fact, you know what? You guys out. These grenadiers get out. Those grenadiers get out. We got more Howitzers. Is actually useful. Actually, you guys go there. You guys out. Get these units out of here. Back the cannons are killing themselves. Not good. And it's really hard to break their infantry sometimes. Right? Wow. You get shot at. Actually, no. Remember those cannons. They need to move. Here's the first lot of the first wave of veterans that were sent to deal with the Ottomans and got their ass handed to them. Just proper infantry, what remains. True. Yeah. You guys refund like that. Yeah, you guys are actually winning a gun duel against 2 units. That's great. Admittedly, you're fighting, I believe, peasants, but you're still armed with guns. You guys out. Again. Try to reform your ranks. We're about to get some more Russian, specialty Russian units. So we got one of our sergeant infantry, 2 Russian divisions. We recruited once we took out Russia. Well, before Russia fell. Whatever. Oh, that's why. That's also why. Cannon, stop! You fools! Those are friends! I've been having my cannons fire on my men! Oh. No wonder I took so many casualties there. I'll just state those cannon crews were temporarily paid. Oof. Right. You guys can hit them, right? Kind of. Kind of. You guys. They did. Wait. Oh, those were bang units. I thought they were swords. So they didn't know how they were kicking my horse's ass. I was using blades. But we got our first pikemen unit on the field. Now, I am playing this with an hour-long battles. We have 14 minutes of this fight remaining before it'll be a victory, or it should be a victory. Since they are the attackers. Actually, so you're just there. Fall back. You may fire a volley, but you need to retreat after you fire the volley. You do how many cavalry you have lost. I am going to pull them out. Please run. I know you're going to be tired and take accuracy penalties, but I need you to get moving. On. There we go. Right there. Need the heavier artillery to help fire over here. Who did we get next? We got. Oh, okay, those are the. But we got a brand new unit. This was this army's first Bloodian, and they are performing impeccably. A little bit more rounded. Try to keep that line formation morale bonus as much as we can. Change of plans. There. Yeah, that's fair. Give him a present, lads, and give him a blow. Another round. Now these guys should have the green uniforms. Yes, technically. Once it is my turn again. Skip fire is the best fire. You guys are now firing onto them. Second pikemen have arrived. And I am moving these pike units up so they can be useful. That's depending on what type of cannon shell you're firing. Canister will always be the best, but there's nothing like a proper line ripping into some soldiers. Get this cannon out. Fair. Please tell me you guys are gonna get out of here. Thank you. Okay. Oh, my new cannons, they finally reached position. Good. I'm gonna have you move up a little bit more. Just so you have a little bit longer range. And this fight is practically over. And we are going to limber you up. And limber. Why aren't you able to limber? There you go. You guys flee. They've pretty much won that side of the battlefield. Will not win the war. And those are those stupid units that were playing their bones. So charge. You're going to have to charge them. You're going to move up to shoot. Let's slightly shuffle those up further. The pikes are here. Pikes are going to move this way. move this line. Hypothetically, this should be the last of these enemy forces. In theory. You know. But just in case. Since you guys don't want to leave, want to stay and fight, I will allow you to stay. Oh, these are also guys that are just laying down. Guys can leave if you can get some cavalry. That'd be nice. Since please tell me you guys are firing at proper targets. That's good. This battle should be over as soon as this infantry here, right? We are now moving proper melee troops to go deal with. Oh, these guys have the special fire. Oh. Just noticed that. Fire in advance. Right there. Boom. Trying to figure out how to do that. I don't know. It's just the one unit. This mysterious more units arrive. Hello? Okay, there's a cavalry unit all the way over there. Shouldn't be a problem. Enter the fray. Show our musket infantry what true melee units do. To cheap and cheerful infantry. That are 2 horses. I'm going to have 1. The battle is over in 10 seconds. Oh, this was a longer stream than I was expecting. There should be another stream out tomorrow. I'll be hopefully streaming more of this campaign tomorrow. This is a world conquest. And I am currently enjoying this. But let us see if we've done enough to actually take this settlement. These boys were sieging, as well as see what we have lost. We lost 3 units, neither the grenadiers nor the cavalry. We just lost some basic infantry. But we did slaughter that force, what is very good. Don't worry, one day will be my next pain in the butt nation to conquer.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed. Select the type of port to construct here. A fishing port will help your population grow. A trade port will provide an income from overseas trade. A naval port allows the construction of warships.
Destroy that school. Okay. Piracy there. You guys have arrived. Very good. You guys are going to move south immediately to port to repair, and then off you go to pirates again. But with that, this is where I'm calling this live stream and episode. So if you want to know what happened in the prior episodes, check that out on the YouTube channel. Same name, just with capital and no underline. And good.